The chaos reigns.
Again, it's one thing if you're a single woman doing this, all right? If you're just
Yeah.
single, if you're by yourself, you know what I mean? That's fine. Like to me, I just think that society just be better off just if someone want to get involved in sex work and stuff like that, go ahead and do it. But it's another thing entirely to, like you said, drag your children into this mess because you want to live a fast lifestyle. To me, that's out of bounds. To me, that's
It
like,
is out of bounds.
no. You know what I mean? It's like leave the
It's
children
way
out
out
of
of
this.
bounds. It's way out of bounds,
Exactly,
man.
way
Look,
out of bounds.
I used to be a club. I used to be a club promoter in a previous life in DC. I've seen a lot of shit, Kev. All right, I've seen a lot of shit, and I'm not gonna go into everything that I've seen. All right, but I remember, you know, and I'm not proud to even talk about this. You know what I mean? Like, we would deal with single mothers, in the scene. There's some women are still fine as hell, you know, and I just seen up close, and that's why this is a hot issue for me, especially being a single father who had custody. And I had to deal with my baby's mother and her bullshit and what she did one time with my daughter, which I just told you about earlier, Chaos.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kev, you wanted to go back in here when I told that story. And I had, and I flipped the fuck out when, my daughter put my mother's daughter put my daughter in a compromising position for one of the most dumbest reasons ever. It's just irresponsibility. So when you talk about men being predators, okay, I agree. We have a lot of bad dudes running around here. My problem is, why are you not doing everything in your fucking power to protect them? You can't have it both ways. You can't say on one hand, you got a bunch of dudes out here who are violent, a bunch of dudes out here who are rapists, a bunch of dudes out here who are predators, and then you just give access to your fucking to your children. That makes no sense to me. You can never explain that to me. And I'm telling you right now, if anything ever happened to my daughter while I raised her, my daughter, like I said, I raised her from 1.5 years old to she's 20. She just turned 20 last month. And she's still down the hall from me. If anybody had access to my daughter, it's because I allowed it. You don't just get access to children. It doesn't happen that way. And no one and everybody skips past that because they want to defend women. Fuck that. Children come before that. We all adults. Men are adults, women are adults. When it comes to children, all that bullshit goes aside. I don't care about no gender war. I don't care about none of that shit. Everybody gets investigated. Everybody gets questioned. And that's not what's happening. And what's unfortunate about this situation is that two things happen. First of all, he should never be given a fucking plea deal. If this is DNA involved, he should get fucking 60 years. So I don't know what the terms of the plea deal is. I don't know what really happened. Now I want to investigate. Why did fucking he only get 7 years? But putting that aside, these fucking judges know that when case after case, these judges see more of this shit than we do. They see abused children all the time in their courtrooms, these cases. And socially and society-wise, they're not doing their job to protect these fucking kids because they're not holding women accountable. I say the same thing about women who led with drug dealers. They Codies as far as I'm concerned. These motherfuckers running around here selling drugs, getting women strung out on drugs. All right, so you want to make it a sex thing? That's fine. Let's keep it sexist. Let's talk about all the women drug addicts, the single mothers who are strung out. So your boyfriend, the one that's getting you red bottoms and got you in nice cars, is out here getting other women sick. But there's no punishment for them. That as they get to enjoy the fruits of the criminality. There was no fucking reason in the world that this young girl should have been around Polight in the first place. Period. There was no legitimate relationship. There was no real relationship. It was all about shining and partaking in some riches of a scam artist. And this shit happened. And I feel sorry for this girl. The only fucking victim is this little girl. Period. And I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it.
All right, Jay Shine. I'm gonna move the mic. I have a new guest. Mary, you there? Hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Well, as you know, I discovered the conscious hustler of Brother Polight. so I'm gonna go back to what was played earlier in the stream. But in regards to the context, matter of fact, what's your views on Brother Polight? If you heard about the brother, Amir, before we can start from there.
The typical black Negro male bandit, just full of shit. You know what I mean? I like Jay Shine. I got a lot of respect for Jay Shine, but I vehemently disagree with his views on this. I think at the end of the day that
I can hardly hear you, Mary. Speak up, boss. Get close to your mic.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo my mic and I'm gonna come back. Hold on, y'all.
All right. Good. Okay.
Yeah, he's coming in low. Is that just me?
No, yeah, he's gonna fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta adjust the volume here.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you guys like the stream, share the stream. For short, well, not recap, but to let everybody know, when you go back to playback of this, guys, you will hear the full thing at the highest point. Kind of raise the volume to a point where you can hear the actual proceedings of Polight's agreement to plead to the judge and to people in the background. I think the lawyer is saying, even to the point with Polight's people where they say, why is this being recorded on YouTube? And like I said, a judge that has no control over Zoom to really kick out people or stop certain things because he is a judge and everybody is welcome to participate into the courtroom. So he has no restrictions, and regardless what his views of it being put out in the public, it lets you know you're living a double life. You're trying to keep this persona going. And let's be honest, once you're in jail, you're in jail. There's no way in hell you can get around, still go around and still do what you do behind bars. So people are going to eventually know eventually. That's how it works. All right, Mary's back. Let me see if his mic's working now. Is mic working now? Let me see.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
Okay. No, I was just saying, and my thoughts on Polight is he's just a typical black Negro male bandit. With that being said, I like Jay Shine. I got a lot of respect for my brother Jay Shine, but I vehemently disagree with his views on this. I think at the end of the day, predators are the ones who need to be policed. Period. Predators are the ones who need to be policed. Because look, I haven't seen anyone make those arguments when we look at an institution like the Catholic Church. The fact is that predators are going to put themselves in situations where they can have access to children or access to victims. It's not like they're walking around with a scarlet letter on talking about, I'm a predator. You know what I mean? They're going to put themselves in situations and in places where they can victimize people. You see what I'm saying?
Mary, but that's where you're wrong on this situation, brother.
How am I wrong?
He didn't put himself in this girl's life. This woman put this girl in his life.
Oh, so he did. What I'm saying is, him and this woman had a relationship, right?
No. He had many women, and this wasn't a real relationship, Mary. Let's not do that.
What you mean it wasn't a real relationship? Were they dealing or not?
Dealing, fucking bitches is not a relationship, Mary. Let's not play games, though.
No. So what you're telling me is, because from what I understand, it's not like it was a one night stand. It's not like this is a one off. This is supposed to be one of his wives or something, right?
It's not one of his wives. That's what I'm saying. That's not play games. You don't have a bunch of wives.
No, listen at what I'm saying. Listen at what I'm saying. From Polight's perspective and that community's perspective, was that one of his wives?
No. It was one of his hoes.
Okay, so he was running around telling everybody.
It doesn't matter what his perspective is.
It does matter. It does matter. Yes, it does. What you're doing, brother? No, what you're doing, Jay Shine. What you're doing?
Mary, I'm a single father with custody of my daughter. I raised my daughter. All right. You can't run this shit on me. All right. You don't have access to my daughter unless I allow it. All right. And the fact that we care more about protecting women than protecting children is disgusting to me. This keeps happening over and over again. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm practical. People who are in mating range are going to date and are going to meet, whether they got a child or not. So the real argument what you're making is that once this woman has a child, she shouldn't entertain no other man because the man might be a predator. That's not realistic, bro. That's not realistic. It is realistic, Mary.
No, it's not.
What you're doing is you're dismissing me right now, Mary. You just listen to me right now. You know, I'm gonna tell you what the difference between Jay Sean and any other man in the space. It's hard to argue with me about this because I just told you, you dismissed my experience. My daughter's 20 years old. I had her since she was 1 year, 4 months old. And Mary, you think I ain't got pussy and had any relationship since my daughter was born? I'm still responsible for who I put my daughter around, Mary. If anything happens to my daughter and I bring a woman in this house and a woman abuses my daughter or say a woman kills my daughter, I brung that around my fucking kid, Mary. I'm accountable for that. This ain't about what fucking women gets to do in her life. This is about responsibility to children, which comes before my pleasure. My responsibility for my daughter is divine. It comes before my pleasure. In fact, Mary, I had rules because I was raised by a irresponsible single mother.
You're making a lot of assumptions about this woman.
Mary, I'm talking about
yes, you are. You're making a lot of brother. You're making a lot of assumptions about the only way your argument could stand with that you're making is
the fact that you cut me off and let me fucking finish telling my story.
Go ahead. I just listened to your story before I came onto the panel, brother. I just listened to your story. No. Go ahead.
I understand that, brother. Now, let's not do that though. But you point out something that I'm trying to respond to right now in real time. All right. I'm trying to respond to something in real time in a real way because I have the credibility a lot of brothers don't have. All right. Not saying that brothers are wrong. I'm saying I have more credibility on this because I am a single father, excuse me. So when it comes to single parenting, a woman can't come at me sideways because I did it. I understand the sacrifice that women make being a single mother. I get the loneliness. I get all of that, but all that pales in comparison to our responsibility to our children. If something happens to my daughter, I don't get to play victim, Amiri. I'm responsible for people who have access to my daughter. And what I was about to say is, because I was a child of a irresponsible single mother who I've reconciled with, I had rules. When I was dating a female, when my daughter was 5 years old, that I had to drop my daughter from school every day and daycare every day. When I was dating a chick named Angela, she couldn't come to my house till after 9 o'clock, after my daughter was asleep, and she had to leave before my daughter was born. I didn't want women coming in and out of my house. I didn't want my daughter seeing that. I had strict rules, Amiri. I had rules about who babysitted my daughter, who did her hair. This is a woman that's partying with Polight. They're not living in some house having a traditional family or whatever the case might be. But even in that situation, she's still responsible for the men that she brings.
So let me ask you a question.
That is not his daughter.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think she let him take her daughter? Why do you think she did that?
For her own selfish reasons. Let me ask you this.
So you don't think it was, well, hold on real quick. You don't think it was because she trusted Polight?
It doesn't matter what she trusted or not.
You don't think, well, it does matter. You don't think he presented himself as a trustworthy person?
It doesn't matter what he presented himself as.
So is that this is it? It doesn't matter. No, predators are to be police, brother. No, like you wouldn't make those arguments real quick. You wouldn't make those arguments, brother. You would not make those arguments, brother. Brother, you would not make those. Brother, you would not make those arguments.
I'm not making no assumptions, Amiri. What time did it happen, Mary?
Jay Shine, let me ask you a question. Would you make this argument to all the boys and their families that was abused by the Boy Scouts or the Catholic Church? Would you make this argument you're making now? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because what you're doing, you're deploying a respectability politic, brother. It's about the predators. The predators are going to put themselves where they can prey on somebody, period.
Guess what, Amiri? The predators are being held accountable. Now, my question to you is this. What time did this happen? And where did it happen, Amiri?
It happened, from what I understand, it happened in a hotel room, and it was, I don't know, what was the time?
Come on, Mary, you know what time it was. Don't play with me.
No, what was the time? What was
Mary,
the time?
You've done live streams on this, Mary. Come on, stop, brother.
What was the time, Jay John? What was the time? Because it still will come back to the same thing. I know it was at night, but it still will come back to the same thing. You don't think? So wait a minute. You don't think that?
To her own impact statement, I gave you my daughter so you can talk to her because I trusted you.
Okay then. So how you gonna blame her for trusting? How you gonna, brother? How you gonna blame, brother?
I would let my daughter go to a hotel room to talk to a woman late at night for what? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Just like I wouldn't let my fucking daughter keep going to a studio way outside of town. My teenage kid. I told these brothers on this panel, and I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Go listen to Kelly Price, a black woman's interview on this, and what she saw going on backstage with mothers bringing their teenage daughters backstage.
What does it have to do with Polight?
Oh my God, it has a lot to do with Polight.
No, it doesn't. See what you're doing, brother. No, what you're doing again. What you're doing. This is what you're doing. You instead of looking at each individual situation for what it is, yes, it is. That's totally different. You're talking about R. Kelly and shit, brother. No, you're talking about R. Kelly and shit. Look. At the end of the day, this ain't even got nothing to do about gender politics. You making it a gender politic thing. That's the first problem I have with it. Because let me tell you something. Do you think there's any single fathers whose daughter didn't become a victim? Is that what you think? You think there's any 2-parent households whose children didn't become a victim? Look, let's just keep it a buck. In this society, in civilization, there's a seamy undercurrent to this world where children are preyed upon, and that's not the fault of the parents. It's not the fault of the children. This is solely on the shoulders of the predators. We got to be honest.
Amiri, go ahead. That's not. I get what you're saying, and what you're saying is right to a certain extent. I just sat here earlier and said this twice. So if you say he was listening, that means you're dismissing what I'm saying. All right, brother, you're being disingenuous.
I'm not dismissing what you're saying at all.
I said this twice, Amiri. I said this twice.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say it a third time. Grapists, scam artists, criminals of all stripes have been part of the human condition since the beginning of humanity. It's our responsibility as parents to protect our children. You can't sit here and qualify or even justify a girl being allowed to go to a room alone with a man in the middle of the night at a hotel while they partying. You can't justify that shit. There's no explanation for that. That's not Boy Scout shit. That's not church shit. There's one thing to be portrayed by a church or institutional organization, but to tell me
how long was Polight in this? How long were Polight and this woman dealing, Jay Sean? How long were they dealing?
It doesn't matter. I don't give them.
It does matter.
5 months.
So you don't think so?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does fucking matter, because you're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me. No, I'm just realistic. You're not gonna tell me. You're not going to tell me that Polight wasn't sitting there playing the role like he's some guru. Now, can we have a conversation on people being gullible and people being naive and people being stupid? I talk about that all the time. But you're not going to tell me that this nigga wasn't sitting lying in wait, talking that black woman is God shit, talking that pro-black bullshit like niggas do. Sitting there portraying himself to be something while the whole time he lying in wait like some fucking predator. So at the end of the day, what I'm focused on, and listen, at the end of the day, I'm focused on the predator. It is not a crime for a woman to have a social life. It is not a crime for a woman to have a social life, and that's what I hear you saying.
Time out, Mary.
No, you didn't say anything about social life. We're talking about an underage girl.
Wait.
We can't. Let Jay Sean speak.
R. Kelly's in jail, Amiri. Polight has been fucking adjudicated. What are you concentrating on them for? They're being held accountable. This is bullshit talk. Right now,
you think R. Kelly and Polight are the only black male predators running around? That's what you think?
I'm not saying they're not.
Okay, then. So this is about a specific community of predators that's in the black community who happen to be black men that we don't want to talk about.
First of all, because there's more predators in the white community than there's ever been in the black community. So stop that nonsense for one. Two, Amiri, I already said that.
That's bullshit what you just said. We don't see now we want to try to, if you would look at the white community, the only reason why white community have the numbers they have because they're a majority of the population. But when you look at our community, it's disproportionate. It's overwhelmingly disproportionate. Overwhelmingly.
Okay. And then
here comes the trad concept bullshit that Amiri spins per usual.
Brother. Then you're making my point for me then. Shouldn't women be extra careful who they bring around their fucking children?
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Jay Shine. You don't know. This is what I'm saying.
No.
You don't. You no. The only way. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. See, you feel like the woman is. You feel like the woman is a whore because she has a social life. Having a social life is not a crime. Period.
The social life ain't the problem. The social life is the problem.
You know, because what y'all doing. I'm gonna tell you what y'all doing. I'm gonna tell you what y'all doing. What y'all are doing are making y'all making assumptions. Let me ask you a question. How old was this young woman who became? How old? Wait, no, real quick. How old was this girl who became a victim to Polight?
14.
So what we know is this: is that for 14 years, this mother apparently was able to keep her daughter from being preyed upon, right?
We don't know
for
that.
14 years.
You were making assumptions. You're making assumptions. We don't know.
And you're making assumptions.
No, you're making
assumptions. Because I don't know that. And you're making assumptions. This is what I'm saying. You're making assumptions.
About assumptions.
Yep.
You're making assumptions.
No.
That track on macho said
let me give my experience on this. I know that me being the type of man and father and husband I am does a lot to mitigate risks to my children. I've never been so naive as to think that it eliminates the risk to my children because I understand the world and the environment that I'm in. I've never got on some high horse and thought just because when it comes to being strict, I'm as strict as they come. I'm an old school father. I'm not with this new age traditional shit. I'm more traditional.
No, you're not.
I'm more traditional. I'm the most traditional man on this panel. What you talking about? I'm the most traditional man on YouTube. What you talking about? Yes, I am.
If you were traditional, you'd be a patriarch like me. You hold everybody underneath you accountable, including women. You don't do it. So you're not a traditional. You will hold women accountable. My grandmother was talking right now. My grandmother would sound worse than me because she's old school and traditional. My aunts, Icy and Gracie, who raised me, they would sound way worse than me. They will fuck this bitch up for doing what she did. Because that's how women used to be in the traditional world. Don't talk to me about tradition.
Brother, don't even try it, Jay Shine. Don't even try it. This whole thing. This whole thing with black women. This whole thing with children being victims in the black community go way back. This ain't some new guy got nothing to do with whorehouse culture or none of that. It's about the predators. It's about the predators that's in the community that we allow to run around. It's just like you mentioned. It's just like you mentioned the scamming. Now we can have if somebody gets scammed, I'm not gonna sit here and dump on them for getting scammed because at the end of the day, they're a victim. They're a victim for getting scammed. The person
1 o'clock at night in a hotel, nigga, you a bad parent. Period. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Okay, that may be very well and good, but to sit up here and act like this woman is wrong for trusting Polight because this nigga done presented himself as
I can do that as a father. I can do that. Yes, I can, nigga.
Okay, but so let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. Can you tell how can you 100% ensure that your child ain't gonna be a victim? It could be the person you trust. This is what I'm saying. This predator.
My daughter goes to somebody's fucking room at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No. See what you keep trying to do. You keep trying to hang your hat on what you feel like is a winning argument, but that's not gonna win you. That's not gonna win you the argument because, as I just said, you cannot show me, brother. You cannot, brother. You want to make this about gender. It ain't got nothing to do with gender. Why you sitting there talking about being a patriarch? No. You want to make it about, niggas want to make it about gender, but you can't, like, how? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I threw that out the
window.
Yes, you are. My own personal situation in there.
You making it about gender.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you are. Yes, you did, brother. You just not said I'm defending women just merely solely because I'm saying I'm solely focused on. No, I'm solely focused on the predator.
The predator.
Period.
predator's
I'm
going to
solely
jail.
focused on the predator.
The predator's going to jail.
It's the
Every
reason
time you look
why,
at a predator
y'all. Let me ask you a
situation-
question. Let me ask you a question.
No.
When you
Mary,
watch, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I ain't asked it yet. Let me ask you a question.
Ahead,
When
bro.
you watch To Catch a Predator, why do you think it's overwhelmingly men? Why?
It's overwhelmingly men.
Yeah.
Because
Why is it overwhelming?
they're only using girl specimens. They don't use boys.
Okay, but even when it
That's a
has
bad
been no, because you got to go watch it. It's not a bad example
No,
because
it's a bad example because it's a production.
when you watch it,
Mary,
when you watch it, brother, you did
Mary,
answer it. You
give me a
said
bad
because they're
example.
only using girl specimen, but that's
They're
not
only
true.
using girl. They're only
That's
using girl
not
targets,
true.
right? They're
That
not
even
using
when they
male
use
targets.
male targets, brother,
Mary, we
you
turn on
don't
the
want to
TV
be
every
honest.
day and see a white teacher or a female teacher get in touch with a boy every day, and every fucking month we see a story about this. All right,
brother, you're not
so
really trying to sit up here and make the Jay Sean. So you're showing that it's about gender with you. You're showing that it's about gender with you.
No, I'm
because
not.
you're
You
not going
are.
to sit
You
up
asked me a
here.
question.
No, you are. You're not going to sit up here and say. So you're really trying to. So Jay Sean, you're really trying to make the argument. You're really trying to make the argument. You're really gonna try and make the argument.
I'm not making an argument.
It's a comparison.
You making an argument, nigga. I'm not making an argument. You asked me a legitimate question. I gave you a legitimate answer. You asked me.
The answer is incorrect because they use boys too.
Calm down.
The answer is incorrect because they use boys too. Have you watched it? You obviously haven't watched it.
Amiri. They use mostly 95%.
No, even when they use boys, it's nothing but men showing up. Why?
Amiri, I just told you why. They get
even when they use boys,
Amiri,
even when they use boys, brother, even when they use boys, the people who show up are overwhelmingly men.
Exactly. They have a fake child, right? Talking to a man. They're not broadcasting anybody that's talking to women.
No, brother. The reason why it's overwhelmingly men is because men are men. This is typically a male. See, men did everything except when it comes to some fucked up shit. Now men don't want to have the monopoly on it. What I'm saying is this. No. Let me tell you what I'm saying. Let me show you what I'm saying.
You've been busted, brother.
I haven't.
Right now.
I haven't.
That. You're making an argument I never made.
Yes, your entire argument has been about gender. Yes, it has.
Live stream, Mary. 3 times I said this on live stream that rapists, predators, and scam artists and all types of criminals have been part of the human condition since the beginning of time. I'm not dismissing that.
Okay, now real quick, right there, now. Right. With what that segment that you just mentioned has been over. No, wait a minute. Now wait a minute. That overwhelming that little segment of the society that you just mentioned, the rapists, the predators, the criminals, have been overwhelmingly male.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly. Okay. So what I'm saying, this is the point that I'm making. That if we're going to say that women are wrong for having a social life and entertaining men, then that means they shouldn't trust none of us.
Exactly.
So Mary,
let me ask you a question, Mary, because since you're a traditionalist, right? Since you're a traditionalist, you telling me their social life, this partying, and this doing whatever they want to do comes before their children?
How do you know that? You're the one making that juxtaposition.
I'm asking
you're the one making the juxtaposition, though.
No, I'm asking you what you think, Mary. Stop the fucking being a lawyer.
That's a fault. That's your view. What you're trying to do. This is what you're trying to do. This is what
I didn't give a
This is what you're trying to do. I reject the question. It's not a legitimate question.
It's a legitimate question. You said
no, it's not. It's a loaded question. Because you act as if no, brother. What you're doing is you're making it seem like a woman can't have a social life and be a good parent too. If people do it all the time,
so mama can have fun too.
If people the only way I could accept your argument on this Polight issue is if she had been knowing Polight maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. But from what I understand, this was an ongoing, long drawn out relationship, and he was sitting up there pretending to be some guru, and he took the girl because he was gonna mentor her and talk to her and all this bullshit.
Here's all women a retard argument. That's what you're making right now.
That's not what I'm making. What I'm saying is this nigga presented himself to be trustworthy.
I don't give a fuck how he presented himself. You just told me.
Yeah, because you want to blame the victim. That's why.
You just told me a minute ago that the majority of predators out here are men.
They are.
Okay, so why women are not taking precautions to protect their children? This is a simple question.
But how do you know they aren't? This is what I'm telling you, brother. How do you know they aren't?
I don't see no scenario if my daughter's been around a man even 5 years, or one female 5 years. I'm still not trusting nobody with my daughter like that. That's just the way it goes.
That's you, brother.
Right.
That's your choice.
Of my child. It's got nothing to do with
That's your choice.
And I know a bunch
and what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: you can have that view, and you can be like that, and your child can still end up being a predator. I mean, can still end up being preyed on, because these motherfuckers everywhere. They're everywhere. They're in the school system. They in your social organization. They in the church. They in your inner circle. It's people you've been on the panel with, Jay Shine, who will prey on the child, and you don't know that. So that these motherfuckers everywhere. So as far as I'm concerned, it's about the predator.
I got you.
Period.
The predator's being held accountable. Now, when it comes to accountability, when a child's been injured, usually in every other scenario in our culture, in our society, everybody that's around that child is held accountable. For instance, there was a baby that just died the other day in a car. From a car, a daycare center had the kid in the car, not the parent. So now all the women were on TV talking about the mothers and some of the fathers talking about how everybody at that daycare should go to jail. They should lose their license immediately. They should be closed down immediately. They want maximum accountability for what happened to that baby. They don't give a fuck how many people go to jail for it. We got people going to jail for one brick right now. Not one person, anybody involved. But see, now when it comes to children being molested, we don't want everybody involved. We just want the predator. We just want the actual predator. But not everybody else that made it come about. Not everybody made it possible. Not about these women. That's why I told you go watch. Like, if you really wanted to have this argument, if you was really having it in good faith, you go watch that interview by Kelly Price. That's a black woman telling you what she saw with her own eyes. But we don't care about that.
That's a totally different scenario.
It's not a different scenario.
Yes, it is.
It's dealing. No. Scenarios. If you want to sit here and talk about different predators, Amiri, we can talk about all kinds of different scenarios. And this is when we start getting into arguments for predators, right? You know what I mean? You got crazy people out here who make arguments for pedophiles. Because they bring up different scenarios. We're not dealing with scenarios. We're dealing with society in general and behavior patterns. And when I look at behavior patterns, kids cannot have access to them unless parents give it. Period. End of. And to use Boy Scouts or churches, so
how do you explain?
Come on, man.
Let me ask you a question. How do you explain the situations where the parent is the predator? How do you explain that?
I don't.
That happens too. So it's about the predator, right?
Too, but guess what?
It's about the predator, right?
Exactly.
Okay then. They're like, okay then.
There's only one parent in this situation. That's her. Okay.
Say that again.
No, Mary, you gotta be honest about this. That wasn't her stepfather. That wasn't her husband.
That's not the point. That's not
that
the
is the fucking point.
No, it's not.
This wasn't
okay, Jason. So if your world view is the view, right, and you're correct, how do you explain the parent who's the predator? Explain it. Whose fault is it then?
I got a woman out here partying, got her daughter out
here.
See
how you deflecting?
No, not deflecting.
You're deflecting from the question. Yes, you are.
That's not deflection.
All right. Okay. Yes, you are, man.
Specific scenario. Right. Let's go back to
every argument Amiri Brown makes is literally some deviation of if we just shift 100% of if we hold so-called black men in America 100% accountable for all the ills of American society and hold the women 0% accountable, we would have a better community. That's every
Kevin.
So you threw it about them that triggered simply because real quick.
I gotta respond to this. Kevin, as much as you listen to Amir never said 100% there's all the black men of the fault skills aside permanent.
I didn't say that. I'm saying is that I didn't say that he said that directly. I said it's some iteration of, because notice how
I'm gonna let
we were talking about. Notice how when we were talking about how Brother Polight is a piece of shit and how he needs to be held accountable and how he needs to have the book thrown at him. It was no argument. It was no argument there. Nobody made an argument against that. But as soon as he made the argument that the mom needs to be held accountable for child endangerment, just because, just off the strengths that she's a woman, here comes Mary Brown.
It ain't got nothing to do about nobody being a woman. Y'all on that gender bullshit. It don't have nothing to do with about. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do about the parent. If the situation was reversed and it was a father and he somehow let Polight, I would be saying let me finish. I would be saying the same thing. What it is y'all on that gender bullshit because y'all what y'all want to do. What y'all want to do? Let me finish. Let me finish. I do, but let me finish.
But
let me finish.
Dismissing me, brother.
I'm not dismissing you.
Yes, you
what y'all doing? Y'all deploying respectability politics. So I'm gonna ask you a question.
That's what you're doing.
How do you explain who this guy named? Well, hold on, real quick. The guy with the K icon. How do you explain the situations which are good and plenty, where the parent is the predator? How do you explain that?
The parent.
Who's at fault then? Who you hold accountable then?
The parent's still at fault. It's
about the predator. It's about the predator.
Yes,
you sound stupid. It's
about
about the predator. It's about the predator. It's always about the predator. Period.
No, it's not period. That's
bullshit. It's the parent.
Y'all trying to genderize this issue.
No,
you're trying to do that.
No, Mary, you keep repeating yourself. And that's all you're doing.
Yes, no, y'all doing that.
Mary, all you're doing is repeating
and y'all repeating yourself.
Y'all making about agenda.
And y'all repeating yourself.
Same thing. You're not letting nobody respond. All you're doing is repeating yourself right now.
Go ahead.
And that's beneath you. That's beneath you. Way smarter than this, Mary. I'm listening to you for years. You way smarter than this. This not period. You don't get to set the fucking bar, brother. I'm sorry. I just sat here and told you as a single father, if anything happened to my daughter, that's my responsibility. I'm holding myself accountable. So you can sit there and make this about gender all you want. This is about who has access to children. And I said earlier, if you listening, I said, unfortunately, in our community, that falls on the mother. That's just the circumstances.
So let me ask you a question. So if you send your child to school, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If you send your child to school and or to a daycare, and then something happens to your child at daycare, we supposed to hold you accountable for picking the wrong daycare? That's what we supposed to do? Make sense. If you feel like that's a logical view, make it make sense.
You're not even letting me answer. You asked the question and won't let me answer just now. You see what you just did? You see, you're trying to make your own points for me, which is disrespectful, Mary. All right, ask me the question and let me answer it as a single father. That's why I keep saying you're dismissing me. You're dismissing my 20 years of experience in this. Something that really I did. And I sat here a minute ago and said, that's why I understand where some women come from when they talk about the loneliness and the sacrifice. Because I know how it feels to be a single parent. But at the same fucking time, I can't hear no bullshit from a single mother either, because I know what accountability is. I'm responsible for my child. Let me tell you this, Mary. I'm going to say this right now on live on the air. I don't care how this is taken. If anything happened to my daughter, you can't threaten me with jail time. You understand me? You violate my daughter, nigga. The cops better get him before I do. I will sit down. You telling me there's fucking 4 walls in the ceiling and three hot meals every day? Fuck it. I go sit down. You can't threaten me with jail time. That's how seriously I take my responsibility of my daughter. I'm not sending my daughter to nobody's room at no fucking 12 o'clock at night. And you still haven't explained that to me.
I did explain it. I said,
responsible.
I did explain it, and like I said, it's obvious, brother.
She was not in a
brother. Are you? So now you're gonna interrupt me now? I let you talk.
I didn't answer the question. I didn't ask the question.
I let you talk. So you telling me? Say, look. So we already know why she did it. She said why she did it, and it's obvious why she did it. She trusted it.
I got you.
She trusted. You want to make it about her being a hoe, so you using respectability politics. It don't matter if she was. It don't matter if she was or not. That ain't got nothing to do with this. That ain't got nothing to do with this. What you're doing.
You're not gonna call out.
What you're doing. What you're doing, you're deploying respectability politics. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
No respectability politics.
Yes, you are.
I do reality, Mary. I'm not.
All right, guys.
All right. So,
Mary, you're part of
the fact that
all right. I got somebody else on the panel. Who's Hard Talk Radio? What's good?
Yeah. What's up? So let me give you.
Did you hear the stream from a certain period? Cause I could probably give you a recap, maybe.
Oh, I just got on. I just got on. I was I would say this.
I will say this. When the stream does finish, go back to the beginning. There's a clearer, loud version of the trial, like what's being played that is not clear enough. Listen to it from the beginning to end. But what you want to add on to the conversation?
Well, I like to talk off with a scenario that was on the news a few years ago. There was this woman who was a single mom, and she was a Navy veteran, right? And she ended up getting with this dude, and mind you, she had a 10-year-old son. She ended up getting with this dude, and he was basically below her status. And they had an argument about paying rent. He couldn't help pay his rent, and he decides to delete her, the child, and himself. The reason why I'm saying this is the fact that this woman, okay, made a poor choice in mating options. Okay, a single mother. Okay, 90% of the time that child or children are with the mother. They are the first line of defense of protection against predators. Okay, this woman that was Polight's wife was in a polygamous relationship. Okay, there's something wrong with Polight. Okay, there's been rumors about him. There's been incidents, and she had to have known that this guy was not right, but she chose this guy. Okay, when I went on Facebook and I tried to talk to these women and tell them that this woman has to bear some responsibility for the fact that how this guy got into her life. This guy had red flags, more red flags than the Chinese Communist Party. And this is something that you see with black women online. When you mention this, their poor dating choices, they get really upset and they don't want to accept responsibility. They say, well, why don't you bring the predator? The predator's already locked up. He's facing 7 years plus 10 years probation. He's already going to be known in the prison yard as a chomo, a predator. But the reality is, if she had better, proper vetting skills, and if she had not been with this man, period, her child would not be suffering this embarrassment right now. And that is the issue. And a lot of black women, when you talk to them online about it, they get extremely upset because they don't want to accept responsibility. But the fact of the matter is, like this guy says, I'm a single father, right? He said he's a single father. And he says he doesn't want to hear no mess because he accepts responsibility of being a parent, that those kids come first. And that's the thing with this feminist mindset some of these black women have. They just want equality with no responsibility. And when it comes to being accountable, when things are dropped, then this ain't got nothing to do with gender, them bullshit red pill talking points. Yes, it does. No, okay? It doesn't. No, yes, it doesn't. It does. Okay, this is not. No, it doesn't. And if you tell me it does, then I'm gonna have to bring up the fact that the overwhelming majority of the predators are men. If you tell me it's about gender, I'm gonna bring up the fact that the overwhelming majority of these men are predators. Explain that. Explain that. That man said, I need to be alone with your 14-year-old daughter to tell you how great of a mother you are, should have been a red flag. Red flag after red flag, she chose to ignore. And that is why she's in that situation today. That is why she's in a courtroom crying, giving her victim statement.
Yeah, and then why? Wait, giving her what? Wait. Hold on. Wait. What did you just say? Calm down, because there's something key you just said. She gave her what? She gave her what statement? She gave her what statement? She gave her what statement? She gave her. No. You said it right. You said it right, chump. She gave her victim statement. So y'all trying to victim shame. That's why y'all getting this pushback. That's why I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Like you said, she gave her victim statement, so she's a victim. Shut the fuck up. Then why she gave a victim statement? Then what did the court qualify her as? What did the court qualify her as? Let me ask you a question. What did the court qualify her as? What did the court qualify her as? What did the court qualify her as? What did the court qualify her as?
Accountability.
What did the court qualify her as? What did the court qualify her as?
Called accountability.
No. What did the court qualify her as?
Accountability, man.
What did the court qualify her as?
It's called the facts, and this is something I have seen.
No, they called her like they called her a victim. She's qualified as a victim. She's qualified as a victim.
She's not a victim.
She's qualified as a. You just said she gave a victim statement.
Below their status. They're dating men that have
So
no.
so for you niggas, it's all about the sex. That's all y'all care about.
Who are you talking about?
Y'all don't care about them kids. Y'all don't care about them kids. Y'all don't care about them kids. The only reason why y'all saying that because she was in a relationship with Polight.
No. Don't include me with your kind. That's you. That is you. I actually care about black women. I actually care to tell them the truth. That's different.
If you think okay, well let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question. Okay, so if she wasn't a victim,
help pay the rent, and she put her 10-year-old son.
So if she wasn't a victim,
that was her fault. She had.
So listen. So if she wasn't a victim, why was she not charged with a crime? Was the mother charged with a crime?
They're not going to do that because in this
was the mother charged with a crime, Negro? Was the mother charged with a crime?
In this society, we don't believe
they're not going to do that because she wasn't. They're not going to do that because she wasn't. She didn't do nothing wrong.
She just admitted to child endangerment.
They're not going to do that because she didn't do nothing wrong.
She just admitted to child endangerment.
Hey.
Okay, so then why didn't they charge her with child endangerment then? Why didn't they charge her with child endangerment?
They don't believe in holding women accountable. It's the same thing.
That's not true. We know empirically. We know empirically that's not true. We know empirically what you're saying is not true. We know empirically that's not true. They take black women children more than anybody. So what you're saying is incorrect. Y'all bullshit red pill talking points gonna get that work like it's getting. Stop over talking and y'all know what's gonna happen. Y'all sound stupid.
You're arguing in bad faith.
Y'all sound stupid.
No, it's not.
Y'all sound stupid. Okay, so if I'm arguing in bad faith, why wasn't she charged? They do it all the time. What you talking about?
They don't believe it.
Told you they don't hold women accountable.
They do it all the time.
They
do it all the time. What you talking about? They do it all the time. They do it all the time.
Empirically speaking,
yes, they do. Especially the black women. They take black women kids all the time. What y'all talking about?
And they give them right back. What are you talking about?
That don't matter. They still take them. You just not say they don't hold them accountable.
Guys, hold on.
They're mad because they're getting that work.
Guys,
you're not. You're just arguing in bad faith.
Yeah, okay. Why wasn't the mother charged then? If I'm arguing in bad faith, why wasn't the mother charged? It's very simple.
Hold on.
Jason,
I got a question. Cass, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you bring up that bullshit that Polight posted the other day with the drop charges? Can you bring that video real quick?
Yeah, let me pull it back up.
Just pull it real quick. I want to show y'all something. I just want to show y'all something.
I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, so we can just have a visual of what we're talking about.
All right, here it is.
The victim, not the whole.
All right, now hold on. Everybody, cool for a second. I want y'all to just watch this video. Turn the music
As
off.
you can see, it's all about the sex. That's why they keep calling this woman a whore for having a social life.
Mary, hold on.
It ain't the fact she has a social life.
Hypocrites. It's all about the pussy with these niggas. It's all about the sex with these niggas.
Guys, I want Jay Shine. Let me rewind back.
No, let me do it right where you are. You got just let it go. Just let it go. You all right? You see the lifestyle?
Yep.
I want to point something out to you. If you can go through his Instagram, you can see the same thing over and over again. All right. Now, what I'm going to point out here, it's probably going to trigger somebody on the panel, but it's not. But it's okay. All right. I just want to point this out. This is what she gave her daughter up for, Mary. This lifestyle, not a relationship. Not a marriage, not a house, not a safe situation for a child. This is what she wants. Let me finish it, Mary.
How you can let somebody?
Mary,
let me finish. Y'all sound stupid, man.
No.
Mary,
y'all sound stupid.
Mary, pay attention. Pay attention. This video is recent. These are women who are still around him, right? There's still women in his booth hanging with him, hanging on him, doing their pictures, getting their shine on. You know what I mean? Living the lifestyle with Polight when he's already been charged with this shit.
These are women who are still around. That's what I'm talking about, man. And when you call them out on it, they get mad and get defensive.
Last time let me ask y'all a question.
What you saying?
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question.
Let me ask you a question now. I'm throwing the ball to
you. Go ahead.
My question to you, brother, is this: you want to equate this bullshit that they live in with sending your kid to fucking school and something happening to him?
This is what I'm saying. He come
It's
up
the same thing. What
No,
y'all
it ain't the
doing?
same thing. Mary, you crazy as hell. Say that this is the same thing. Mary, you bugging. Mary, you bugging.
It ain't got nothing to do with that.
And Mary, you bugging.
Mary, you got to repeat your sentence. The
repeat
phone
what you
started
said.
boring. Are you in the bad area now? Because it was now starting to mess up.
How I sound now?
Yeah, you sound good.
How I sound now?
Yeah, repeat
Good
yourself.
now.
Y'all, what they're doing is they're trying to deploy respectability politics. Look, we live in a society. We live in a society. I'm talking. We live in a. Yes, that's what you're doing. We live in a society. We live in a society that a lot chaos. You gonna have to mute him while I'm trying to talk, because I don't have to have this conversation.
Let him finish. Hold up.
Control your impulse disorder. Control your impulse disorder, brother. That's what they say about us as black men. We got a problem controlling our impulse.
They say that about your.
We got a problem controlling. No, they say that about your black ass.
Hold on, wait.
They say that about your black ass. Go read the book.
Let him hear finish.
All right, let Mary go.
Go read the book.
I can't hear it. So one person, let Mary.
So at the end of the day, we live in a society that affords us to have a social life, even if we're parents. People do it all the time. Then, if you want to say, okay, well, look at the lifestyle. You do realize they got parents and women who don't live that type of lifestyle, and their child is still a predator. It's about predators. They ain't got nothing to do with the gender politics or none of this other stuff y'all talking about. It's about the predator.
Bringing up gender politics.
It's about the predator.
Gender war.
It's about the predator.
Bringing it up. You're making assumptions.
No
one's talking about red pill.
You sound stupid, nigga. You sound stupid. You sound. Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, and I'm just gonna say this. If you go back and you read any of the sociological, I've been doing a lot of research on the sociological literature and what the charges white men used to make about black men. And one of the things that they would say is that free black men pose a threat to women and children. And I'd be damned if you niggas ain't on YouTube all day proving that white boy right. I'd be damned.
Okay, so
that's what y'all sound like. That's all y'all doing. All y'all doing is showing any type of society y'all niggas would run would be fucked up. That's what you're doing. See, this white man understands the rule of law. He understands civil society. And in civil society, you protect citizens and you police predators. See, he understands that. So why is this white dude a better adjudicator of what's right and what's wrong than you brothers? What's the difference? Why he understand it but you don't? Why you understand it but you don't?
Respectability politics. But you're going to try to.
That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing.
White supremacist women like Elizabeth Stanton, you supporting feminism. I'm not taking you seriously, Amari. I'm not taking you seriously.
You do realize, well, real quick, because I deal with knowledge and information, and I don't cherry pick. You do realize that that Elizabeth Cady Stanton and those white feminists who were white supremacists. Let me finish. You brought it up. You brought it up. So let me go ahead and educate you perfectly on what we're talking about. Let me give you some education, because it's obvious you don't know what you're talking about. So we do realize that the white suffragette movement split over the racism of Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. Run that game on somebody who don't read. Run that game on somebody who don't read, nigga. Run that game on somebody who don't read.
You would also know
the suffragette movement split over the racism of Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
You would also know that up until 1916
was for white women only.
And then you will also know, and Mary, if you claim you're so well-read, you would also know that up until 1916, there were more women that were against women having the right to vote than were in favor of it. So how the fuck do you explain that?
So what? So what I gotta do is just like right now, you got more Americans who are against black people getting reparations than black people who are for reparations. What the hell that's supposed to mean?
The white man.
What the hell that's supposed? That don't mean nothing.
Here we go with this shit.
See, in a free and open society, all members of the society are equal. It ain't got nothing to do with gender. It's not supposed to be about. See, the white man was wrong. Let me finish. The white man was wrong for otherizing everybody else who wasn't a white man. He was wrong. It wasn't supposed to be about gender. The very principles that this country was founded upon was the idea that all members of the society, all citizens, are created equal. So he was wrong for doing what he was doing. That's why they've been correcting course and perfecting the union. And it befuddles me how you niggas want to get on the panel and try and somehow want to pick up this mantra of xenophobia and want to otherize women. Well, so women shouldn't have rights, and this person, when they was doing the same thing to your black ass. Y'all sound stupid. I'm talking about that dude with the K. I'm talking about that dude with the K.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What you mean what I'm talking about? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
The whole argument's been, let me fucking finish, Amiri, because like you said, you want people to talk. But
I know that y'all don't never come to my panel. I wonder why.
Because you're full of shit.
No, because you know what's gonna happen if you do. You ain't gonna be able to do all that over talking. You ain't gonna be able to do that over talking. I dare you to come over there. You ain't gonna come.
You're full of shit.
You ain't gonna come. You gonna come where you can over talk and try and filibuster. That's why you gonna do that.
Like I was saying before, we literally made the whole argument that Brother Polight is a piece of shit and he needs to have the book thrown at him, right? There's no argument in regards to that, all right? And then on top of that, Jane Shine also said that not only should Brother Polight be held accountable, but also the mother of the child needs to be held accountable for admitting to engaging in child endangerment. There's no possible fucking excuse you can fucking give me, Amiri, as to why the fucking 14-year-old girl should be at an adult party alone with a grown-ass man around 1:00 p.m. She should have been with a babysitter. She should have been at home somewhere. She should have not have been at that party, period. And the fact that she brought her daughter in the presence of this fucking scammer and put her in a position to be abused. She needs to have the book thrown at her for child endangerment.
Maybe there's some validity to that. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Okay, so if y'all view is the view, why didn't the court do that?
Because I explained that. Hold up. Let me jump in real quick. I explained that, Mary. I talked about remember that viral video. I'm trying to remember when it happened. It was somewhere in the South. There was a viral video of a woman standing in the courtroom getting admonished by a white judge, a black woman. And he was just going on and on and on about how this is her fault. You know, she's a terrible mother. It was, her boyfriend, did something crazy to her children. So now they're sentencing the guy, and then at the sentencing, he's sitting there admonishing this woman. And my question was, why he just arrest her? And then what I did, and when I brought her up earlier, Mary, is I said, I feel the same way about women who live with D-boys. See, we have a society that does not treat these women accountable when they're helping people, in these situations. You know what I mean? And I gave you a perfect example earlier.
They just gave Ghislaine Maxwell. They just gave Ghislaine Maxwell 27 years, brother. Go ahead.
Let me finish. I was giving a perfect example earlier of a beautiful baby girl that was killed by a daycare, left in the car for 5.5 hours in the daycare van. And now how all the women were on the news talking about how everybody at that daycare should be arrested. Everybody should be held accountable. But now when it comes to child endangerment, when women are bringing predators around their children, and then you still have not explained why this girl was at an adult party in a man's room at 1 o'clock in the morning. You still haven't explained that.
Didn't Polight tell the mother, I want to talk to your daughter, and again, this ain't like she just ain't like. So now you're saying that's what she says. So see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so listen at what I'm saying. Listen at what I'm saying.
Around my child around 1 o'clock in the fucking morning when
that's you. That's you. And listen at what I'm saying here.
Oh, so we don't want. Hold on, time out, Mary. So we're the ones that run the fucking crazy world. This is the world you co-signing this shit. You co-sign this.
Listen at what I'm saying. Listen at what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: that's you're right. If that's how you want to do it, fine. But what I'm saying is that you can be like that, and your child can still be prayed. And they got parents who are like that, and their child will still pray. Period. It ain't, see what y'all, the reason with the problem that I have with the argument y'all laying out, the problem that I have with the argument that you all are laying out is that y'all making it seem as if every time a child is prayed on, it's something like this. No. I'm talking. The problem that I have with the argument you all are laying out is you're making it seem as if every time a child is a victim, it's because of stuff like this, and that's just not true. That's
Okay,
not
fine,
true.
fine,
It's
Mary,
under.
Mary,
Look, you can
that's what
no.
Mary, you just gave us
Listen, you
doggy
can
diamond.
look at. That's why I brought up
we're
real
asking
quick,
you right now.
real quick,
Mary,
not
we're
real
asking you a
quick. That's
specific
why I brought
question.
up
Mary, we're asking you a specific question. We're
what.
not talking about every situation. We're talking about this one. All right. Let's stop jumping in and out. All right. That's why I bring it back to this situation. I said, you cannot explain to me, Mary, and you still have not justified why that girl was in that room and make that
I
make
just
sense
told
from
you
a
why.
parenting. Okay, so let's not go nowhere else. Let's just stick with this situation for a second. All right. Can you say that this would my question to you is this? That's what I'm trying to ask you. You don't see no culpability with the mother in this?
Did I say that? I never even said that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm asking you. Do you see any culpability with the mother in this? This specific situation?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, then what we arguing about? We're talking about accountability. We're talking about accountability.
And the reason why I'm gonna say it again very slowly. The problem that I have with the argument you all are presenting is making it seem as if the scenarios where children are harmed are scenarios like this. And what I'm saying is that is not true. Let me finish. I'm about to finish. Please stop cutting me off. The one theme that is consistent when children are preyed upon by a predator is that it was done by a person that the parents and the children trusted. Period. That's it.
Got that.
So they're like, that. Come on, man.
Let me ask you
That's my problem I have with what y'all saying.
Let me ask you another question, Mary. A woman is dating a drug dealer, right? A drug dealer.
What does that do with a drug dealer? Go ahead.
Mary, let me answer the question, dog.
All right, go ahead.
Man, wait, chill, man. I ain't even say nothing. I'm just giving you a scenario. It's just a question. The woman is dating a drug dealer, right? A known drug dealer. She's riding around Chicago with her drug dealer boyfriend. She got her son in the back. That son is not his son. That's her child. So she's hanging. They went shopping, whatever the case might be. She's with a D-boy because he got resources, whatever the case. What her reasons are? The car gets shot up, right? Because he's involved in some shit. Now, throughout the whole fucking relationship, she's been helping him, hold stuff, hold this, hold that. She's been in the house. She's been privy to conversation. So she knows what's going on with this guy. The car gets shot up. They don't get shot, but the kid gets hit. Do you find any responsibility with the mother in this? Or it's just the fucking drug dealers and the goons on the streets that's responsible?
No, of course the mother has put herself and a child in danger. That's a different situation.
That's all we're saying.
No. Let me finish. He asked me a question. The difference is nobody is running around here with a big scarlet letter saying I'm a child predator. It's different. You can't use the drug. It's obvious what the drug dealer on.
Artist and a cult leader.
It's obvious what the drug dealer is on, man. Come on, it's not the same.
Come on now.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question.
But if I go, one more question, Mary. If I go to women's forums right now, right, and I would agree with them when they say things like, when they tell us stories about being molested, being touched, being, dealing with men who are, predators and aggressive, whatever you want to call them, right? These perpetrators, right? So if women can sit around freely in 2023, 2022, 2021, talking about how many predators are out here, then wouldn't it make more sense to even be more on her head for doing what she did?
In terms of what?
Knowing that we're in a society full of predators, wouldn't it make more sense to hold the women more accountable for who they bring in their children?
How you gonna hold this woman accountable?
Because the women are telling us that this is the state of affairs. It's the same thing about protection, right? You're telling me that these men out here beating the shit out of women, they're killing women, femicide is up, all this kind of stuff. Then wouldn't it make sense not to get drunk by yourself? You know what I mean? In society, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy for a man to say, or even a father, because I'm coming from a father's perspective, to say, hey, don't be out here binge drinking. Don't be out here hanging with people you don't know. Don't be doing this. And it'd be them saying, well, my social life is my social life. I do what I want. I should be able to do what I want. But you just told me on a panel how dangerous society is, how dangerous men are. See, this is the argument you're making, Mary. When you keep talking about the percentages of the perpetrators and all that kind of stuff. So if that's the fucking environment, then why the fucking women just let anybody around their children?
Let me ask you a question. So you can't look at what you just said. You said, why are they letting anybody around their children? And this is what I'm saying, that the predator, he's not just going to be anybody. He's going to put himself in position where he's somebody trusted and close. Why y'all act like y'all don't understand that? It's not like that's why I said I could see if she just met Polight, but apparently this is an ongoing, whatever situationship, whatever they had going on, she trusted him. And this is what predators do. They get close. No, let me finish. What these predators do is they get close. They not only do they get close with the children, they get close with the parents. They pretend to be good people, and they'll play that role for a long time. And that's what they do. So what I'm saying is when it comes specifically to child predation, it is different because this is what predators do. They're not just going to be running around and portraying themselves as weird, coming off as like they're very disarming. Look up the psychology on child predators. It's deep. It's not just simple as we trying to make it. And that's why I said I've done everything I could to keep my children's faith safe, but I've never been under any auspices that my children couldn't have been preyed on. That's just what it is. And a lot of times, real quick. And a lot of times, it's the person right next to you who's the predator, and you won't even know it.
Exactly. Most predators are close to you. We get that. That point is, we're not arguing that issue. My point is this. Let me ask you this. Knowing what we know about the Catholic Church, would you leave your kid alone with a fucking Catholic priest? You.
Now, no.
Okay, so we know that now, right? We know that.
Right.
You telling me women don't know anything about predators. They don't know nothing about male. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, though, Jason.
No.
Jason, let me ask you a question.
That wasn't the real question. The real question I'm asking is this, because they know about cheaters, right? They know about male abusers. They expect all that. See, but all men cheat. All that shit is all good and fine. But when it comes to this protecting the children, we got to make excuses. And I'm not making excuses when it comes to children. All right. When it comes to children,
let me ask you a question, Jason.
That fucking
I hear you.
The window with me.
I hear you, but let me ask you a question. If a woman leaves her child around you, are you gonna harm that child?
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant. Are you gonna harm the child?
Because
no, it's not.
I'm not. But the thing is, she's rolling the dice still. If anything,
it don't matter, brother.
I'll tell you what though.
All right, go ahead, man. Y'all tripping.
Mary, if I go to the bathroom and take a shit, and if something happens to this child, and this child ends up getting injured in my home, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's still, you know what I mean? She left me, I might be an irresponsible.
Yeah, but that's a different.
Rolling the dice.
But this is what I'm saying.
I don't roll dice with my daughter.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Everything is rolling your dice. That's the point that I was making.
For what? Mary, for what? And that's what
everything is rolling the dice, brother.
No, Mary, that's why I said for what? I asked Chaos to show you the video of the lifestyle. If you go to her Instagram, you go to his Instagram, you see what it's about. It's not even about nothing noble. You keep acting like this woman was in this one-on monogamous relationship where they were building a life together and get the fuck out of here. This was about the nightlife. This is about, no. This is about her getting what she wanted out of life from whoever, and she fucking sacrificed her child to do it. And that's the bottom line.
Everybody trying to make it like she's this innocent woman, and Brother Polight had no red flags, none at all. He was not a scammer. He didn't run a cult. I mean, give me a break.
You sound stupid, man. You sound stupid. You really think what you're saying sounds smart? You sound dumb, bro. For real. I sound
pretty intelligent more than you.
You sound stupid, man. You sound stupid.
White supremacist ideology has something to be proud of.
Let me ask you a question. Didn't you say you had to go to work? Didn't you say you had to go to work?
No questions. Didn't
you say you had to go to work?
Black women. Don't ask me.
No, because he's talking about feminism is white supremacist. Capitalism is white supremacist. Your black ass gonna do that?
You know nothing about feminism.
Your black ass gonna do that?
You thinking feminism?
I see why they won't come up to my. I see why they won't come up to my panel, because they know what's gonna happen.
You dead to me.
All right, yo, I gotta roll, man. Y'all be good, man. All right.
But your monkey ass gonna go make money. Your monkey ass gonna go make money with that white supremacist capitalism, though. So it's about gender with these niggas. That's why I don't want to hear their mouth.
Dude, shut up! You just making assumptions out your ass. You know nothing about me.
Oh, so now you don't want to make. So now you don't make money. So you a broke nigga. So you a broke. So you a broke nigga. Okay.
Nah, man, I'm not broke. I'm far from broke, bro. I'm far from broke.
So okay, so you subscribe to that white supremacist capitalism then?
Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm out, man. I'm out. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know you ain't got no choice but to be out. Your ass was out before you got in, chump.
No, man. I don't talk to bitch ass dudes, man, who don't know anything about certain ideologies, and you still talking shit like an idiot. Mofo defending Polight.
No, you're defending Polight.
No, I'm not, cockroach.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
See, it's all with this derelict Negro. It's all about sex with this derelict Negro male.
Up like she's some innocent, Little Red Riding Hood ass woman. She's not.
So you're deploying the respectability politics, like I said. But I know you don't. I know you don't know what that means. I know you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. So it's going over your head.
No, it's not going over my head, man. I just know you're a dumbass. But hey, you got to be you. You're a dumbass. That's it. Enjoy feminism, white supremacy. Good night.
As you can see, any society these niggas run gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up. They're gonna blame women when predators do shit. Because what they want to do is see what they're trying to say is she can only be held because if she was devout and that man, people do that and the child still become a prey. It ain't about that. It's about the predator. Calling a woman a hoe and all that. What the hell I got to do with any damn thing? And they're trying to make it like you holding things for this. It ain't about that. It's about the predator. Period. It's about the predator. It's about the predator, man.
Any short closing remarks? I do want to tell my little story before I shut this down.
Now go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Y'all seen through the video evidence and make sure you mic thinking back on. Let's correct that. Oh, he got correct. Okay. No, it's so scattered. I'm gonna lower you down here because the noise is too much. Okay. All right, guys. Now do y'all see about everything with Brother Polight, right?